Alright, let's fix this shit. There we go. Hey, Nick. Alright, we gotta move windows. Lots of chat windows. So we're gonna actually read chat while this works. Alright. So. Let's close this. I don't need that open. Going to say for now, this stream's not going to last all too long. So. I've got a player handbook opened up, which you can't see. Which is a giant pain in the ass. But then we got a couple pages up for what we're actually trying to make. So where's that? Let's start there. We need to make some character sheets for a handful of pirate captains. And Captain Sea Salt and Ben. I think that's the goal. Yeah. Well, I couldn't remember what his name was, which is this. So we're gonna start here, and we know that the party is deciding they're gonna fix their own ship. So. Which means we need to make sure this is all fleshed out first. D20 plus 10 days. Yeah. So we have this already kind of ready. So, things to really remember. It's actually, yeah, it's literally just this. This is the important part for next session. But that involves going to the Pirate Council, so we definitely need some captains. We need to figure out what's a good pirate captain. Council. Captain 1. No, it's not what we want to do. This. Come down here. One should definitely still be human. What makes a good base for a pirate in D&D? Swashbucklers? Maybe. Where's Xanathar's? We need Xanathar's guide. Xanathar's guide to everything. Here we go. We gotta find good subclasses for pirates. Maybe a storm sork. Yeah, but we wouldn't want to just make rogues. Like, that's not fun. I was thinking fighter. Because there's Battle Master fighters. And Battle Master fighters are all about, like, control. Where is it? Here you go, here's fighter. How do maneuver dice work? We gotta figure out how maneuver dice work. Maneuvers are presented in alphabetical order. Okay. Commander strike. When you take the attack action, you can forego one of your attacks. Use a bonus action to direct one of your companions to attack. Disarm and attack. When you hit a creature with a weapon, you can expend one superiority die to attempt to disarm them. Distracting strike. No. You can't just list all the classes, Nick. See what you're doing. No, I don't quite like that. Like, Battle Master works, I just don't quite like it. Yeah, you got an idea for Barbarian? Alright, let's hear it. I was thinking Storm Herald. But I have made one of those too, so. How come no one's made a Forge Domain cleric in our group? It's kind of bullshit. Also, I'm reading Grave Domain Cleric, which is what Eric had. And he never used his Channel Divinity. Which is, listen to this. Choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of you, cursing it until the end of your next turn. The next time you or an ally of yours hits the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage. Like, why would you not? Why would you not? Like, double your fucking damage. I don't think I ever saw him use that. You did Cavalier and have someone just riding a shark? Where's that option? Druid pirates in Pathfinder were actually, like, stupid good. I'm looking at the Xanathar subclasses right now. But then we'll dip down. If we do a drunken master monk. We skip paladins. Rangers. No. Alright. So that's all we got out of how many did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4. What's in Mordecai's? Are there any? There's no subclasses in Mordecai's, I don't think. There were races in Mordecai's. Yeah, that was it. Alright, where's Player's Handbook? What page do classes start? 46? Page 46. What do we got? Okay. What kind of barbarian do we want to make? See, I don't like any of the base barbarians either, though. This just literally just has what, Berserker and Totem Warrior. I don't know. We're gonna go. We've got to bring it up first. I'm still just looking through the player handbook. Where do you look through fighter? No paladins. Fuck the ranger. Okay. I think one of these pirate captains we should make a warlock. I definitely think one of these should be a warlock. We looked through Xanathar's already. Volos didn't have yeah, Volos doesn't have any classes in it. What's Sword Coast have? Sword Coast had some. It had like Investigator and Swashbuckler, I think. This is fucking hard to read, this one. Okay. See, this has the battle, like a battle rager barbarians. You're wearing spiked armor and are raging. You can use a bonus action to make a melee weapon attack with your armor spikes. And that added some more totem spirits. That added elk and tiger totems. Um, Druid circles that added Circle of Swords. Yeah, that's just kind of a lot of things that are in Xanathars. So yeah, no, it doesn't look like there's a lot else to work with. What's in Acquisitions Incorporated? Player options. Page 47. Well, these are literally just a rescale. Okay, no, that doesn't work. No, that looks like all we get. So, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've picked up 7 subclasses, 8 with the Warlock. So we do need to figure out a Warlock subclass we want to go with. It's a shame I don't allow Unearthed Arcana. Which they did just roll out some new... There's a new fighter, a new ranger, and a new rogue. There's the... And then... There's a new bard and a new paladin. What do those look like? Oath of Heroism is the new paladin. Cleric, Druid, and Wizard have Twilight Domain, Druid Circle of Wildfire. Okay, now we're gonna download those. Those look cool. So Twilight Domain is blending of light into darkness. It's like fairy fire and ooh, it's actually kind of neat. What's the wildfire? Druids who are members of Circle of Wildfire understand the necessity of destruction, such as forest fire promotes growth. Okay. They get to summon wildfire. Neat. Anyway. New fighter, ranger, and rogue. It's a rune knight for fighter. It's a swarm keeper for ranger. And it's the Revived for rogues. This is weird. I do not like that new rogue at all. So it's the new Warlock. Lurker of the Deep. We could make the Warlock this UA one. Do that. I don't know if I want to do this. I'm gonna save this for now. So. Okay, so, no, that's not what we wanted. Why do you hate giving me bulletin points? Give me my bulletin points back. Anyway. Captain 2. What about log cabins? What? What the fuck are you talking about, Nick? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that definitely happens. Fucking master monk. Make multiple mid-level characters. Jesus. Looking to buy a house or just a cabin? Because 4.5 mil is way too much for anything. Captain 5. Master Ranger. Captain. Oh. High level captain. Okay. So, I don't know who we make Captain 1 in that. The Swashbuckler. You make one of them Bim. Sovereign. We'll make like 3 swashbucklers. I think Bim we keep leveled with the party. And then Captain number 5, the Battle Master will make Captain Sea Salt because of his background. Hey, Charlie. Making pirate captains. What are you up to? Trying to figure out what a good warlock would be for a pirate captain. But mostly just fleshing out new NPCs. Oh boy. So you're also doing some D&D stuff, I'm guessing. Keep 2 above party. Highlight our important ones. Oop. Okay. So. I mean, an old warlock doesn't really hurt. I don't like allowing the Unearthed Arcana stuff, so that new warlock they tease is out of the question. Which is a shame, because it's perfect for there we go. Great old one. The Lurker of the Deep. It's just perfect for exactly this, but it's not exactly right. But let's see, what does Great Old One get? I mean, it gets Dominate Person at 5th level spell, but it's a warlock, so it never gets a 5th level spell. but it would. There we go. The fact that he could make a thrall would really flesh out that it's evil as shit. And he gets mage armor for free without a spell slot. Oh boy. Well, that's an evocation. That's neat. What evocations do? No. He's evil. He's gonna be evil. He's definitely gonna be evil. Nick, I don't know if your character's evil at all. You've done nothing to be evil. Nothing. Hey, Solon. How's it going? You wanna help us make pirate captains? Man, I haven't seen you in a while. And again, it's not like anyone's ever on the Discords. So, what are you gonna do? Nick is playing something other than Batman, yeah. Where he is teaching you some Swedish. Nick, I'm absolutely okay with that, so by all means. Alright. So at some point we gotta make the Dread Pirates. Swedish. Yeah. Why not? Definitely adds a layer to the roleplay if you can add stuff like that, you know? Party. Yeah, that's kind of the goal of this current campaign, is to push the roleplay. So I toned down all of the more intense things that I enjoy so that they could just fuck about and be pirates. But it's helping. Oh, I should probably mention that to you, Charlie, that I am allowing multi-class for this, if you have any ideas on these pirate captains. So, that did remind me, we are doing multi-class for this. So a couple of these can be doubled up. Especially like if I've got multiple swashbucklers. And we're going to have multiple drunken masters, possibly. like Reginald Trov should be. Oh. We lost our musics.
Feel every moment.
Don't you give me an ad. There we go. Drove should definitely be because he's a former military guy. I'm not doing any Unearthed Arcana, man. We're not adding mystics. Also, they're not that great. How well do you think a drunken master monk I mean, even a lot of the subtypes are overpowered, and then the newer classes, the potential's there, but they fall short. You would like shadows. How many of them did you die to? So. Did you die in the plague tree to shadows? Was that one you? I think that was you. Or it was Corwin. It was you or Corwin. Yeah, yeah. That was the session where you died like 3 times, right? Yeah. Yep. Honestly, I'm reading Drunken Master. Which I really wish that Streamlabs would pick up this window, but it doesn't. Oh, wait, we could break this in a real quick. Oh, I've got an idea. I've got an idea, and it's a bad one. This is gonna hurt for a moment. Done. Drop that here. Hold up. Here. There we go. That's what we'll do. Can you guys see this window now? Anyway. Yeah, no, Drunken Master I think works great for a pirate. Especially where they're at in the story now. This guy is going to be former Navy, so I'm wondering if we don't multi-class him fighter. So what kind of fighter do we grab him with? How many levels Drunken Master to fighter? I was thinking Battle Master. His brother is going to be a Battle Master. For that exact same reason. So. Here we go, player handbook. These Warlock pages. Whoops. It's down Warlock. We don't have a Sork option in these captains either, and I was really trying to figure out what a good Sork subclass would be. Because Storm Sorks are kind of kind of fall flat. Wild magic fits really well with the world that we've built, actually. Just because of magic suddenly returning to the world. Anyway, here's fighters. Chapter 9. Mage. Sork. Anyway, see, I think Battle Master works really well for soldiers, if that's what you're building. So, what level? You can kind of ignore that. I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna keep him 2 levels above the party at all times. So, starting at level 3 is what we need to figure out. And just overall, if you had to optimize a Drunken Master Monk with a Battle Master Fighter, the problem is, I don't know. I don't think I need more than 3 levels of Battle Master. So, what do fighters get? The fighters get the extra attack at 5th, though. So we do 5 levels fighter. We'll go into level 10, 6 monk, 4 fighter. Do monks get an extra attack at any point? So they get an extra attack either way. Okay. So yeah, we don't need a lot of fighter levels then. So why go for 4 in fighter? That 4th level doesn't get us anything. That's not how multiclassing works, bud. Does it? I don't know if that's how that works. Oh yeah, because you're a 4th level fighter in a, yeah. Your levels are separate, that's right. But that is still sacrificing a monk level. Where's my monks? Monks. Here's monks. So at 5th, they get the extra attack. And then they also get stunning strike. Well, I mean, that's still only going up to level 10. So, this isn't a character I expect them to kill, realistically. So we go 4 levels. Battle Master. Rest. Drunken Monk. And if we start him out as a battle master, purely story purposes, then what does he need to grab? To get... So he doesn't really get anything until he gets a monk tradition. So he needs you need at least 3 levels into monk to make it, to go from there. But do we start him, just go straight 4 levels to start right into Battle Master and then we switch it? Because I think that'd be just as worth it. Yeah. So that's essentially Reggie built. We gotta move on from there. Then their current captain is gonna be this guy here. It's gonna be Bim. So, not the swashbuckler. What page of swashbucklers? 47. Do we mix anything with the swashbuckler? I don't think for this guy we mix anything. I think we can keep him pure rogue. And he's going to stay the level of the party. So this guy's still just a level 1 rogue, no matter what. We might keep him a level above the party, but... Nick, you guys are still level 1, right? I haven't given you guys levels yet. We're doing we switched to milestone XP for my DM style. And it's so much easier to deal with. So, yeah, I think we kind of just leave him. So do you see anyone on this list to multi-class or no? That's the biggest question, because making these guys would be easy otherwise. We'll probably just point by their stats. Do we multi-class a Grave Domain Cleric at all? Do we split that up? Or do we leave a Grave Domain alone? Where's the Cleric? Let's check Clerics. See if there's anything we can sacrifice. I do like the idea of making an Arcane Archer. So, let's add one of those. Weapon 10. Arcane Archer. Yeah, no, that an Arcane Archer sounds super fun. Especially when you throw it onto a pirate ship. Just this. This line right here wins that over. Curving Shot. That wins that. So what's Arcane Archers like? Third level, you learn magical theory or some secrets of nature. When you gain this feature, you learn 2 arcane shot options of your choice. Once per turn, when you fire a magic arrow from short bow or longbow, and I drop that paintbrush again. As part of the attack option, you can apply one of your arcane shot options to that arrow. You decide to use the option when the arrow hits, unless the option doesn't involve an attack roll. You have 2 uses of this ability, and you regain all expended uses. An additional shot option. So you only get 2? Oh, here it is. That's what it's talking about. At 7, you get the ability to infuse arrows with magic. Whenever you fire a non-magical arrow from a short bow, you can make it magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity. Curving Shot, you learn how to direct an arrow towards a new target. I do like that. If you get to move, you can move it afterwards. Oh, that's cool. The ever ready shot. Okay. That's really neat. If you roll initiative and you don't have a shot going into it, you get one. So do you only ever have 2 shots? Is that what I'm reading here? Like... That does sound really fun. Or is that what that means when it says options? Because this just says you have 2 uses of this ability. Like, that's it. That's weirdly vague. Yeah, is that what I'm supposed to imply where it says 3 options, 4 options, 5, 6? I think that's what that's... It's just worded weird. Like... Alright, so banishing arrows. Beguiling arrows, I don't like that one. I can do some force damage. Fucking make your arrow line damage. What the fuck is that? Okay. Then there's a seeking arrow. What's the seeking arrow do? Honestly, I think banishing arrow and bursting right there. Just win that whole thing. Okay. So we've got 10 pirate captains now. With some miscellaneous captains thrown in. Just keep low levels. They're not important captains, so... Alright. It's pretty straightforward then. So... Is there a way? To just bring up some character sheets and do this digitally, or core character sheets? Oh, you're gonna be a pain in the ass, aren't you? All right. Making pirate crews? Just about. We're making mostly just captains. Still have to make our ghost pirates and our pirate legends, but I think this works for our council pirates. We are completely open to ideas, though, with multi-class in mind. Definitely helps me make characters I've never made before, so. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Whoops. We broke it. We broke everything. There we go. Let's fix that. Why did it ban Play 5e? What the hell? Necromancer Grave Cleric? Yeah, but how much do we weaken that wizard if we multiclass that? Or we just make the Grave Domain Cleric a Necromancer? Oops. These are rogues. There's our swords. There's my wizards. Yeah, that's fair. You just need to... I forget wizards stop super low. We're scrolling. Just because you can't spell look. There we go. Okay, so grab necromancy. It just makes them all cheaper. Yeah. So the golden time is halved. You gain the ability to reap life energy from creatures you kill with your spells. Once per turn, when you kill one or more creatures with a spell, you gain hit points equal to twice the spell's level or 3 times its level if the spell belongs to the School of Necromancy. You don't gain this benefit from constructs or undead. So that's as far as we'd go. But what else does it do for us? If I'm only grabbing 2 levels... That's the problem. If we're only grabbing 2 levels, what's the point? So all it does is let us heal from spell damage, which I guess isn't bad. We're building pirate captains, and at some point ghost pirates. But we're trying to figure out what we want to multi-class, if anything. We're all for whatever ideas you got. Where are you seeing anything like that? Not if I'm only grabbing 2 levels. That's 6 levels. Charlie, I'm not putting 6 levels into Wizard. Yeah. Yeah, so Necromancy's not really worth it if we're not putting 6 levels. But where's our Grave Domain? We'll see what our Grave Domain gives us. These are Druids. Here we go. Here's Grave Domains. I mean, if it was lower, absolutely. So, protect undead until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any. Personal, I really like the cursing it for vulnerability, which our Grave Domain Cleric in our last campaign never did. I don't know why. I do think we could have a Necromancer pirate. One of our Dread Pirates can be a Necromancer. We throw one of those guys. Should establish how many Dread Pirates we're gonna make. That's a whole different question. Worst case scenario, we just make swashbucklers. But still. I do want a barbarian pirate. What kind of barbarian do we make for a pirate captain? I was thinking ancestor. The ancestral guardian. That's what I was thinking. It's a very weird option, and I love it. That or Totem Warrior. We can do both. I like the idea of a undead pirate captain summoning spirits. So. Save that. We can make some gnome. You want gnome barbarian? Is that? We do need to actually figure out everyone's race. I completely forgot about that part. We've already established some of these. These named guys are all human, but everyone else. Everyone else is fair game. We do need to figure that out. Let's scroll all the way up. Back to races. I want to see Mordekai's real quick, actually. I think one should be an Aarakocra, because I've banned them in our game. And I think that'd just be an asshole move. But we want page 49. Is that where we want to go? I think. Where, oh where are my sub races? I made a mistake. There they are. I have... What do sea elves get? I have a player that made a sea elf. So... I mean, just the friend of the sea thing's kind of nice. I think we can make the necromancer one of the shadow elves. Kai. I like that idea. I've never run a halfling. I did make one. I made a draconic sork. It was a halfling. It was a giant coward. And let's see, con +1. Resistance and blessing of the queen. Just gonna flesh that out a little bit. Oh, I don't think I've ever made a serious halfling. The only rogue I made a Goliath rogue. It was a scout, I believe. He was really fun. Here we go. Here's our ability score thing. Had him raised by Tabaxi. So, I enjoyed him. Halfling Arcane Trickster. I don't think I've ever actually looked at the Tricksters, though. Where's my race options? Here we go. So... It was so much fun running a rogue. It really was. I can absolutely see how they could be someone's favorite. I've made a couple paladins. The character I ran through Tomb of Annihilation was a paladin. And I enjoyed it, but... Alright, Nick. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Since you probably work super early. You work way too early. But there, bud. Thanks for coming by. Oh, alright. That one's human. These two we have two swashbuckler captains. I don't know what we make them. So if you're gonna make a swashbuckler rogue, keeping in mind that human, elves, and dwarves are the majority races, what do you make? What do you make? Definitely feel like I want to make the Wild Mage a Dragonborn. That just feels right. So. Let's make the Arcane Archer something fun. What's a fun option for the Arcane Archer? What's in Volos that's fun? One of 3. Arcane Archer. I love that. We're gonna save that for one of our Dread Pirates. Watch VOD 120. We're just gonna save it that way. But I like that. That's definitely got to be one of our undead guys down here, though. Alright. Oh, we lost that. I want to make the Grave Domain Cleric a Goliath. What are we thinking? Well, that sounds good. Kind of want to avoid too many monstrous races. One of these guys should be a Triton. What do they get? They're strength and charisma based. Okay. Strength and charisma. What do swashbucklers work with? I think they get to work with charisma, don't they? Swashbuckler. Oh, swashbuckler, where'd you go? There we go. There we go. They get the bonus that way. We can make one of these guys a Triton. Mid-level. Well, he might just use a tombstone now, but you can't say stuff like that and not think that now. Yeah. So. We do need to keep a majority human, so. The Dread Pirates, we can go whatever races. But the majority of these guys need to be human, elf, dwarf. Dread Pirates are the we should focus on next, though. Let's try and tap this out. What are lizard folk? What are those like? There are con and wisdom. What class runs con and wisdom? Is that? Oh, we just gotta run wisdom. That's druids. Do we do a lizard folk druid captain? No. Lizard folk captain. I love Tabaxi. You can't even change my mind on that. You know what? We're gonna make the assassin Tabaxi. Yeah, the assassin gets to be a Tabaxi now. We're running it. You want to give him a name? But by all means, we are all open for names in this list too. How many humans do we have? Or how many non-humans do we have in this list now, though? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 out of like 14. So we're still not bad. This is the part of these I hate doing. What's trickery domain? Trickery domain is cleric, I think. There was a note we made. Let's get through all this shit. Alright, barbarian. I just saw the name and I had to write it down. So, where's cleric? Here we go. Light domain, nature domain, trickery domain. Gods of trickery. They get charm person, disguise self, mirror image, pass without trace, blink, dispel magic, dimension door, polymorph, dominate person, modify memory. When you choose this domain at first level, you can use your action to touch a willing creature other than yourself to give advantage on stealth checks. Lasts for an hour. Your channel divinity creates a perfect illusion of yourself for a minute. That's a bonus action. You can move the illusion up to 30 feet. You can see, but it must remain 120 feet of you. You can cast spells through the illusion. And when both you and your illusion are within 5 feet of a creature that can see the illusion, you have advantage on attack rolls against that creature. So just level 2, you're already like doing pretty damn well for yourself. At 6th level, you can vanish, become invisible to the end of your turn. 8th level, you get to strike with poison damage. And 17th, you can make 4 duplicates. And you can chain them. Like, so essentially, 4 captains. I like it. I don't think I've ever seen someone make a trickery domain cleric. So, it seems like a good gnome halfling option. And then the Tempest Cleric are just... I just really like Tempest Clerics. I think they're solid. But... We got 4 Dread Pirates. That might be good enough. Although... Wait, okay, you can't say that and not share your multi-class. You have to share with the class. That's the rule. Unless it's that damn good, you can't possibly share it. That's fair. But come on, you gotta share that now. You gotta share. Well, we tried to read. No paladins. Fuck paladins. Oh. Oh. Well, let's read up on some Arcane Trickster now. Now we gotta scroll. Let's skip all this shit. Here we go. Here's rogues. So. Arcane Trickster. Where'd you go? Here we go. Your 3 cantrips, your mage hand, and your 2 others. So essentially, you'd be a rogue wizard cleric with duplicates. So you can cast... You can make your duplicate, cast mage hand through the duplicate. Well, yeah, so literally you can... You don't even have to be in the same room at that point. Like, line of sight and you're fine. Although it didn't specify line of sight. It specified 120 feet away. It did not specify line of sight. So. So you gotta get to 3rd level. So you can use your mage hand to disarm stuff. But how many? Well, that was back in the player handbook. How many levels do you go, though? That's the problem. I think go 9 levels into Arcane Trickster. You go to spell. What spells to leave? Immediately after a creature casts a spell that targets you or includes you in its area of effect, you can use your reaction to force that creature to make a saving throw. You negate. On a failed save, you negate the spell effect against you. You steal the knowledge of it if it's at least 1st level. and a level you can cast. For the next 8 hours, you know the spell and can cast it to your spell slot. The creature can't cast the spell until 8 hours have passed. Oof. Yeah. Like, I don't think you really need the versatile trickster. Can you flank with your duplicate? Wait a minute. Can I flank with the duplicate? I don't know if you guys play with flanking rules for your combat, but I do. And I need to figure this out now. Cleric, where are you? Scroll, damn it. That's Druid. So it comes down to if your DM will allow you to flank with a duplicate, with a an illusion. But I would. Just for literally that one class, I would allow flanking. Yeah, rogues don't need to flank anymore, from what I understand, but still. It comes down if a DM would allow you to flank with an illusion. Did the music stop or is it just super quiet? No, it's just super quiet. All right. I'm so glad I read this today. I haven't had a single player ever make a trickster cleric. And now I'm just upset at that. They are missing out. Absolutely missing out. So. Back to this real quick. Because Wednesday, my next session, my players are doing this. So, I need to read up on this. Because they're not taking the smaller ship. They didn't want to deal with that. So they're fixing their ship. And then yeah, that's what my players have always run, is that same rule. When I started, it was you had to actually be hidden. Your position didn't even matter, but that didn't last very long. So when they head out, they need to deal with the tribute thing. Search the captain's quarters. We'll find all of his maps. Well, that was my problem. When I started playing D&D, like really playing, was when 5th edition came out. I'd played 1st edition, I'd played some 2nd edition, but I really got into 5th. And most of my experienced players that I got were all 3.5 players. I think Charlie might still be in here if he came back from coffee yet. And literally, so half of the rules I learned for D&D were all 3.5, just home rules that they'd carried over. So, like, as a new DM, I accidentally killed way more characters than should have ever died. Yeah, 4th edition. I enjoyed the race options. And it got my interest back into D&D because I hadn't seriously played in a very long time. So 4th was good for that, but it's World of Warcraft with pen and paper, and I'm not interested in it. 5th edition, I've done store campaigns. I've done sponsored games. I love 5th edition. Enough to where I bought a fucking display from a store to keep all my stuff on. I've absolutely loved 5th edition. I'm still learning new things about it every day because my players are terrible at downtime. Absolutely terrible at caring about downtime. So I'm always reading up on how I can encourage that. And I read up recently about the horror and sanity options and decided that's way too intense for my players. Before this pirate campaign, we were doing a survival campaign, which is what I really like. I like survival games. So, like things like the horror and honor systems and sanity systems were really good for that. But it was just way too intense for the majority of my players. A lot of them are relatively new to D&D, so it was just too much. People in games die. That's, this, not last session, 2 sessions ago. I started them at level 0 for a few sessions. Because in this campaign, magic hasn't existed. And now that it's back, they're all level 1. Literally the first actual combat of the whole campaign, 2 players died. One of them was a crit, and it was the exact amount of damage to actually outright kill a player. Even for 5th edition, how insanely difficult it is above lower levels. But at level 1, it was enough to actually outright kill a player. And I wasn't using a DM screen that session. So my players saw my rolls and how well I tend to roll. And Steve immediately was like, okay, that's dead. It's like, well, if you're going to say you're dead, I can't lie and help you out. But alright. The other one, the party's healer, went down, and a player had the chance to stabilize and bring him up with one of his healing spells. He went, oh, he's got 2 more fails before he's outright dead. He'll be fine. You know, he's got 1 crit, so he's got 2 successes. He just needs 1 more success. I won't heal him. I'm going to go attack the thing. So he goes to attack the thing. He misses. The next turn, that player rolls his death save, and he botches. He's dead. It's like, you could have healed him. You had a decision to make, and you didn't make the right decision. See, my players, they're convinced because I use a DM screen most of the time that I'm lying when I hit them. So, for a few sessions now, I haven't bothered to take it out. And my dice roll really well for me. I roll a lot of crits. I will do majority of my rolls are 17 plus. And they're starting to see it. And it's like, I'm sorry. They don't roll well for other people. They roll well for me. I'm a firm believer in dice superstition. So, they don't understand how often I lie to help them. Dice always tend to treat me great when it's not important. Oh, yeah. As a player, I roll relatively average. My paladin rolled absolute trash the whole Tomb of Annihilation, unless it was a roleplay moment where I needed to do something, like you're saying, something pointless. I did great. The moment combat came around, my paladin couldn't hit a barn. Like, terrible. I'm a firm believer. I don't know if you guys share this dice superstition with me. And when I make a new character, I like to go get a set of dice for that character. And I stand by this because when I do that, they roll perfectly well for me. The moment I take an old set to roll for a new character or other way around, then they go downhill and they don't roll for me. Then I have a DM set. Like, when I'm the DM, this is the set we DM with. That's it. I'm running the same set I've always had. That's the shit out of an intimidation check I didn't mean to do. But I couldn't hit a gut. Yep. That was literally my paladin. I did buy some new dice recently. I don't know how well this comes up. They're shiny. Shiny blue ones. And then I got some skull splitters. They're white and black with gold. We got new dice. People who static array a point by. When we did the survival campaign, I made all of my players do points by. I wanted a little bit more realism with how strong. We were using the variant rule for carry weight. So it's 5 times instead of 15. And points by really brought down people for that. I like points by. I've got one player that can make a good, well-made character with points by, but no one else at my table seems to understand it. Nice bloodstone dice for running the... Ooh. That's some... Let's see if we can find some goblins that punch a pack... pack a punch. Those are words like that. Let's also get some musics. No, that's not the one we want to open. This one. Like this. This is how we do this, Alex. Okay. You don't know what points by is. Alright, we'll bring up points by real quick. Points by is the easiest way to roll stats. Because you aren't rolling stats. You can kind of think of it like when you play an RPG game and it gives you a base of like you started a flat for D&D, you started a flat 8 and it's 1 point to go to 9, 2 points to go to 10. Where is... That's exactly how I'm going to do points by for all of these guys. Every last one of these guys is getting points by. It's just easy. Where the fuck is it? Am I missing where they put points by? You essentially build it like you would. I've never seen anyone use the standard ones. Yeah. Exactly. I've never seen anyone use standard, though. I don't like this. Here we go. Here's the points by table. Variant. Customizing ability scores. You have 27 points to spend on your ability scores. Yeah. Yep. So to go from 8 to 15 is costing you 9 of your 27. And you can't go higher than 15. That's the part that pisses off every single one of my players. Because none of them can get an 18 to start. Our Dwarf Barbarian in our Pirate campaign has a 20 con. Literally, level 1, he's got a 20 con. Just to start. That's some bullshit. Yep. So this is points by. It's a nice, easy way to do it. 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. I mean, that's literally this. That's literally this right here. Oof. If you've got a player that wants to do that, he's just killing everything out. My favorite thing, and I can't believe this worked. This time, everyone rolled their stats. And for once, they rolled average and kind of low. Like, I've got multiple players with negatives in stats. Our rogue had a 6 intelligence. Like, she rolled a 6. And beautiful part of being the asshole DM that I am, I convinced them with very little effort to just make intelligence their dump save. Their dump stat. You know, you guys aren't wizards. You don't need that. The wizard needs that, sure, but the rest of you, you don't need a high intelligence. And I can't wait to throw them at intellect devours. It's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be so much fun. They're not even, they don't think. I'm amazed she rolled a 6, though. I allowed re-rolls. Ogre's base race. Intelligence great for yeah. Well, that was what my Goliath was. He literally, I used expertise to boost my investigation proficiency to balance out the low intelligence. That was literally how my Goliath ran. Was I had to boost the skill to balance it out. But I've never seen a single DM use the standard array, though, like that for stats. They're not even, it's not even a bad array either. Yeah, Charlie, your dump stats fucking Constitution. You don't get to talk about people's dump stats. The moment we learned that, that reminds me, one of these dread pilots, we should just make a mind flare. Let's just do that for fun. That'll fuck somebody. So, milestone XP, yes. Instead of, I had to stop my players from murder hoboing somehow. And the solution to that was to remove XP. Just completely no XP. We're just pulled that off the table. They get level 2 when I tell them they get level 2. And it worked. My players don't ever kill people unless they can get a majority agreement at the table. And it used to be as simple as like, oh, I'm like 50 XP away from this next level. We need to go kill something. Yeah. So, milestoning was the best. See, you think they would have gone wisdom, but they understand how often I throw perception checks at them. Yeah, I don't understand it either. I've also encouraged it, unfortunately, on sometimes. But as I've grown as a DM, I found the solution to stopping murder hobos, and it was milestone XP. The problem I have with milestone XP, now that Nick is gone, end of every single session. Every single session. Can I have a next level? When are we leveling up? It's like, literally, I just gave them level 1. what's going to be 3 sessions ago. They've been level 1 for 2 sessions. They've done nothing. And they're already asking me for level 2. Well, see, I understand. I don't think I've had players who've openly murdered civilians. When I say murder hobo, I mean, like, they'll go hunting down every living thing that's not a person, which I still count as murder hobos. Like, they're going out of their way to go kill something. See, he would be. Well, I ran my evil wizard when I played 4th. The only 4th time I played 4th edition was my Eladrin wizard. I didn't kill a single innocent person as an evil wizard. You don't have to murder people to be evil. Street corner I created before adventure start. Be father of a ton of urchins. Bolted into an alleyway at Urchin's Block. Yeah! What are you gonna do? That's a good solution. Talk to Goblin and see, that's how you threaten someone right there too. Yeah, no, that's the second best way to get rid of murder hobos. See, we used to do that, Charlie. We used to reward good roleplay with levels. And then, you know what it did? It told the murder hobos that they need to roleplay their murdering. I'm all for stealing within the party, though. My rogue stole from everybody in that party. It was great. You go down, hey, he's got a health potion on him? No, he doesn't. I've got it. It's fine. I'm all for that. Like, I encourage infighting with my players, but not too disruptive, I should say. I encourage it because I want them to roleplay with one another. I want them to mix together. And I feel like that definitely helps. But... oh, I forgot. Now that Charlie's back, we're trying to add races to captains, Charlie. We're also coming up with Dread Pirate ideas. So, if you see one on there, you think... we're trying to keep a majority human, dwarf, and elf. But... so if you see one on this list that you think should be a certain race, let me know. Player ended up sleeping with the guy's wife. The guy had full levels fighter. Shows up. Husband equips all the gear the player had. I love that. Yeah, you're running the alternate resting rules at that point. See, even in my survival realism campaign, I didn't bother running the alternate resting rules. Long rest. Here's a week. Fuck that noise. Right now in this campaign, if it wasn't for short rest, these guys would have died. All of them. Like, I've never come this close to party wiping ever. And I get that they're level 1, but there's no synergy with them. And it's kind of noticeable. Anyway. Uh-oh. this is gonna fuck with the screen for a moment. We'll allow the message. Oop. I hate screen display capture like this. Move 10. I do try to avoid anything remotely sexual in my games. We've had way too many disruptive players for that. Charlie remembers those days. Those days were terrible. Yeah, no, they don't work as a team. Like, I can't even get my clerics to work together to heal people. That's how you get your ass beat by an orc. Rules recall setting. Alright, I really want to figure out this arcane archer. Like the rest of these will be easy to crank out, but the arcane archer, that's what I want to focus on. Really like Horizon Walkers. Oh, shit. Could we Horizon Walker, like make a Horizon Walker captain? And just have him teleport to someone else's boat. 60 feet. No, that's sight. Where's the... Oh, that's Gloomstalker. No. Well, I'm trying to find a good race to throw Arcane Archer with. That's... Because otherwise we're just going to end up going human. I mean, they're just fighters. So... We literally just need to make a dex-based fighter. The half-elves. Were half-elves farther up? Yeah, they were. Oh. No, where were half-elves? How the fuck are you seeing half-elves? That's a halfling. That's a human. Dragonborns. Nooms. Oh yeah, this isn't actually alphabetical. That's right. I don't know why this isn't alphabetical. Charisma by 2 and 2 others by 1. That's not bad. Oh, yeah, we'll probably end up going, for half-elf. Alright. I think that works. From here, I do need to get some housework done. So, I'm going to wrap up. But I do appreciate all of you guys coming by and helping with this. Sharing some great D&D stories, too. I always love D&D stories. Because I'll probably work on this tomorrow. Actually rolling up stats. Some of these are going to end up being human. But until then, thanks for coming by. And oh boy. Wait. Enter an archetype. You can mix Sork to get more spells with mana magic. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna make a note for that. Alright. We'll make a note. Charlie, can you send me that link on Facebook, or is that why my phone just dinged? Nope. Send me that link on Facebook. Man, I need just like ship ideas apparently, because Jesus, that's good. Ship ideas. Huge jellyfish. Also, thanks for the follow, Leroy. Hi, Hill. And Kenny, I love your boat idea. But alright, no, I do need to actually leave now. So, where's the end button? This is gonna fuck with everyone's screen for a moment, but bear with me. Woo! Turn that off and we can fix it. See, I hated this. You couldn't see what I was doing with the PDFs this way. But, alright. Where's the end button? Or can I send you guys somewhere? You know what? Let me see if anyone's live and I can send you guys somewhere. It's gotta be someone live on Twitch that I follow, right? Dude, it's the best. Alright. Thanks for the follow, Kenny. I'll see you next time. There's no one really to raid right now. So, well, I am back tomorrow night, I think. I got on Twitter has the schedule for the next week. I didn't look at it. I'm bad at that shit. But hopefully Twitch notifications will keep you up to date. Alright, bye-bye.